and start the call. Basically, what I will do today is talk about how to handle stress and why another perspective of stress is super important. And please, everybody that is on IG Live, can you please share it out, get it out to everybody? I want as many people as possible on this call. We will go through basically a different way of looking at stress, right? A different perspective of how to handle stress, because stress is something that we meet every single day, right? And we have different types of stress. You can have stress in your personal life. You can have stress in your relationship, right? You can have, can you do so I can share uh how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Is it a setting somewhere? I don't even know how to do that. Hussein, yeah, yeah. Just give me a few more seconds, guys. We will soon get ahead and start. I should be able to make you like some kind of option so you can share on the live. Yeah, I mean the live, so you can share the live onto your stories and stuff. But I don't. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. No, I don't. I have no idea, man. Like I can send invitations. No, oh, don't accept that. De tre prickarna. De tre prickarna. Vilka tre prickar? Give me a few more seconds, guys. Ah, all right, all right. Now, share. Turn off. The only options that I have is turn off commenting, turn off request to go live, and copy link and share. That's the only thing. It's on already, yeah. Cav says it's on already. All right. So, anyways, let's get started with 2 minutes. With 2 minutes past 8, so I can copy the link and I can just send it out in the comments. So share that link with the rest of the people, share it to other people, and just get as many people as possible to jump on today's live. And we will start. Basically, I just came home today. I just arrived in Sweden. I just arrived in Sweden after a great crazy trip into Dubai with my mentors, beautiful people from Germany, and everybody in the squad, right? And I was invited to. It was the best birthday party that I had in my life. It was crazy. But the most important thing I understood is one question that I get from a lot of people is that they are feeling stressed, right? And stress is a big, important role of our life. Stress is something that we meet on a continuous basis every single day. It could be school, it could be a relationship, it could be money stress, right? All these kind of feelings that's starting to build up that creates a negative loop in our life. And I will get to it. It's a crazy point actually, because that is basically a spiral of a negative cognitive pattern in our brain, which is then coming up as something called anxiety. You get anxious when you're feeling stressed about money, about your relationship, deadlines of your work, things that needs to get done. Maybe you have too much things on your plate right now to start a side business or whatever. We handle stress in different ways. And this is important, guys, because stress can come in different roles. It can come as a in your stomach. You can feel bad. You will notice when you go to the bathroom, right? If you maybe shit very bad, to be completely frank, then you can feel that maybe I'm stressed. You can feel bad. You can feel like this flush in your stomach. You can also get headaches, right? You can get insecure. You can sweat a lot. All of this kind of things can come up because that you're stressed. So I had a problem several months or maybe a year now back, and you can ask like everybody who wasn't close to me, right? Close to me. especially my family, right? When I was sleeping, after just 1 hour, immediately when I went to sleep, after 1 hour, it was like this wet. You could see exactly where I was sleeping, right? Because I was sweating so much. Immediately when I closed my eyes and fell asleep, I started to sweat a lot, right? And not like smelling, it was just water coming out of my body, right? So my body handles stress by sweating a lot. Today, I don't sweat that much. I don't sweat at all because I learned to control the stress. And I want you to reflect over your life. And I will go through the different points that you can do and how you can look at stress. And I will go through it. And one person came to me and he said that, Timmy, I'm feeling so stressed right now because, I have school, I have a girlfriend, I'm studying for my driver license, man. And also I living at home, I'm super stressed. I don't even know if I can start my this business. I don't even know if I can keep on doing what I want to do. And then I looked at him and listen up. I looked at him and I said, wow, man, fucking A. You have a girlfriend. You soon have a driver license. You have a home. You have a bed to sleep in, right? And you have a business. And you're feeling stressed? Do you understand what I mean? Type the number 5 in the chat if you understood what I just told you, right? He said the same things to me. I just repeated what he just told me, but I looked at it from a different perspective. So I saw the things that stressed him was basically a wow feeling for me. It was like, wow, shit, man, you have a girlfriend, somebody that you love, you have a family that want to take care of you, right? You have a bed to sleep in, you soon have a driver license, and you're free basically, and you have school. Soon you're done with your education, man. Just look at it from a different perspective. Then it shouldn't be stressing you, it should be driving you, right? And stress is something that can cause you to stand still, both in your development but also in your action. So now take an example. Look at a cop, an ambulance driver, right? A fire worker, somebody that are in these professions where they need to act, where they need to react on a certain emotion situation or an alert, right? They get trained, or military people, for an example, they get trained to when they are caused by stress or something happens, is an explosion, it's a gunshot, or somebody screaming, or they see blood, they act. They are not even paying attention to the stress. They just act upon that and take action immediately. I won't talk about action, but what I'm talking about is the perspective, the training that those people had to control the stress and then change the stress to an action, to something they need to do. Do you understand what I just told you? Those people get trained to use stress as a click where they start to act, where they start to move, where they jump in and help somebody, save a situation, chase somebody, right? How it is in our normal life. If you're feeling stressed about not paying your bills, just ask yourself, the stress that I feel right now, the anxiety that I feel right now, what is the root cause of that emotion? Write that down. The stress that I feel, what is the root cause of me getting that emotion, right? You can pronounce it in different ways. What is the root cause for me feeling stressed right now? Let's say it's the bills, right? Or it's the girlfriend, or is whatever. Then you write it down next to it. And then you ask yourself, the sense of stress that I feel right now, will that help my situation or not? Yes or no? Simple question. Just a simple yes or no question. If the answer is no, then ask yourself, why should I feel this emotion right now? Because you will see that you will run out of answers. You will see that your emotions, your stress, your anxiety is built up of insecurity, is built up of random thoughts that is collected without an answer. And when that happens, you're starting to basically, your mind is running around in a circle, like you're in a room and you don't know where to go, and it's mirrors all over the room. Imagine you're in a room, a squared room, and every wall is a mirror, right? And you want to run out of the room, but Every time you turn to the left or to the right, you see yourself. You can't go nowhere. So what happens? Let's take a rabbit for an example. This is a beautiful example for everybody to listen to. Let's take a rabbit, you know? Swedish kanin. Let's take a rabbit, right? Let's say you're driving the car on a winter night on a 90 road, right? You're driving and a rabbit is in front of you and it's dark outside and the rabbit is within the light of your car, right? The rabbit will just run to the left, to the right, and forward, right? Run with the light because the rabbit can't see outside of the light, so they have a mind blockage, so they can't just run out to the darkness. That's how the rabbit mind works. If you keep on driving and the rabbit keeps on running forward and not to the left or to the right, the rabbit can cause a heart attack and die right on the spot. Did you know that? The rabbit has a hard time crossing. Maybe they can say, ah, fuck it. And they cross the light, the wall of the light. Do you understand what I mean when I said it? The wall of the light when you're driving the car and you're seeing the lights, right? Where you're driving, the rabbit will be within the light because they can't see anything to the dark. So there's nothing that it can walk to, correct? But you can stress that rabbit so much. You can stress that rabbit so much until it get a heart attack. That is your mind when you are feeling stress. That is your mind when you get this emotional that your homework of your school is not done. That stress is caused by an emotion of insecurity and lack of structure and organization. Organizing, basically. Now, how can we handle and feel better even if we're stressed? And the first route to everything is to understand what caused me to feel this sensation right now. The second step is to understand, will the sensation of stress help me in this situation or not? If you're running late on an airport, yes, then stress can help you a little bit. So you're not like walking slowly and coming late to the check-in, right? That then stress can help you a little bit, and you're going a little bit faster. But stress, even at an airport, helps you to react irrational. Maybe you bump into somebody and you say something bad to them. That stress just helped you and caused you to act irrational. The same in your business. If you are stressed within hitting a rank, hitting an income goal, then you won't hit that goal because people will feel that. The universe will also feel that. So now, let's go back to paying your bills. Have you ever felt stress about that? Paying your bills, money situations, you can't buy everything that you want to, and you're feeling stressed about that. Just ask yourself right now, will this sensation of stress help me? Yes or no? No. The answer is almost every single time no. And then go back into yourself and understand that joy, happiness comes from inside. And even if you are under threat or whatever the problem is, nothing can be solved by you feeling stressed. So understanding and acceptance to that is a very important role, to just understand and accept that the stress won't help me in this situation. The third step we want to do when we're feeling stressed is to make a plan. If you have everything written down, if you have things organized in front of you, and look at me, I am not a organized man. Like I'm very unorganized. Like in my life, in that matter, the only thing maybe I have an organization is my own thoughts. I can feel very good even in stressful moments. I can behave good in even in stressful moments, and I'm not feeling that stressed over things that maybe stress other people very much because I've been in those positions so many times. So back in the days, it got me to have diarrhea. It got me to sweat a lot. I smoked a lot of weed as well, just to calm my nerves. I couldn't sleep at night because my head was just going around with all these crazy fucking thoughts. And then my thought just went complete random and I couldn't think about what I ate. So the mind is just playing games with you. And I want you to be aware of where your mind is heading. I want you to reflect. just pay attention to the thoughts that comes up in your mind when you're doing your business, when you're at your job, when you're at your work, when you're at your school, when you're with your girlfriend, your family, whatever. Just stop for a second and pay attention to what kind of thoughts comes up. What did I just think about? Or when you're going to bed is a great example. I have my best ideas when I'm about to sleep. That's where my ideas come up, and that's where I'm just going. It takes me a while to get to sleep when those moments, when I'm getting engaged in those moments, because I'm not letting myself go to sleep because I'm finding something that is so important for me because I will forget it by tomorrow. So I take my phone or a pen and paper and I write it down, right? I go to my notes and I write it down because there is something called our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind is basically recording everything around us, right? It's recording everything around us, and it's also that thing that controls almost everything we do on a daily basis, right? So 95% of what you do is controlled by your subconscious mind. And guys, in the Zoom call, we've gone through this several times. 95% of what we do is controlled by our subconscious mind. Then 5% is our conscious mind. When I take my notes and I write it down, that's my conscious brain taking action on my subconscious behavior. That's my conscious mind taking action on my subconscious behavior. Did you understand that? When you're getting a sensation or a weird feeling or a weird thought coming up, don't react upon it. Just accept it and notice that it's there. And the next step is to understand where it could go. Okay, just let it flow. The same with stress. When we start to release stress, stress won't affect our future part that comes to us. So a exercise, what I'm doing when I'm feeling stressed, is of course to breathe. But when you breathe, it's called a mantra. You're chanting a mantra inside of yourself. So when you breathe in, just say to yourself, let. And when you exhale, you say go. So let go. Let go. So basically, that is what you're doing. And if you take just your timer and put that on 2 minutes and just repeat that, you will feel that your sensation of anxiety will get removed. So please, everybody who takes this anxiety pills and stuff, if you just look it up, what it's actually doing, it's pretty crazy. And you can difference this. I'm not telling you to stop it. I'm just telling you to do your own research. Get to know your own body and get to know where you come from, right? Because all this medical stuff won't really help you to feel that much better, because everything you can do comes and you can create that from your inside. But that is also first to understand how to do it. And there are several ways with breathing exercises, with meditations. And let's take trading for an example. We have a lot of traders. We have over 135 people on the call on Zoom. And trading is a big part of our life, right? And that it's involved stress. It's involved a lot of stress with hitting the compound plan, the percentage of payout, and all of this shit, right? And also over leveraging and doing it in the right way. It's also something that causes stress. And maybe you guys are sitting right now and just thinking, okay, he's talking about stress, like, okay, I should pay attention to it. But if you really understood what I mean, and if you really look at the perspective, then look at what you have around you. Just not only the gratitude, not only feeling the gratitude, but feeling the acceptance of what is there. What is life really about? And is it really worth to feel stressed? Because I want you to imagine, guys, every time you're feeling stress or some kind of anxiety, I want you to evaluate yourself. And not evaluate yourself, but evaluate how much that emotions, are you really worth that emotion? Will it help you in any matter in life? Will it help you to feel better? Will it help you to feel good? Let's say now, guys, let's say now we remove money in this industry. We remove money in the complete fucking world, right? What is life about? What is life about? What is life about? If we remove the things that 90% of the whole fucking humanity is focusing on, about buying a car, buying a house, doing all this, driving a Lambo, going on a yacht, all the things that I did in Dubai, basically. What people think, I got more comments on that shit I got more comments on the things that I do when I do luxury stuff than when I'm basically taking a walk in the nature. And that is kind of fucked up, to be honest. That's kind of crazy. So you have to evaluate yourself. Are you in the fucking matrix, or are you controlling the matrix? So what is life about? Why do we learn trading? Why are we creating our business? Why are we trying to handle stress to create a life that not only looks good on the outside but feels good on the inside? This is what it's important. This is what we should understand, that enjoying life is a game, guys. You don't understand. Life is a fucking game. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's about enjoying. It's about not feeling attached to all this kind of luxury stuff around us, even if it's nice. I want you to go and buy every fucking car that you ever wanted if you're not attached to it. If you crash it the next day and you're not crying about it, it's okay to buy it. If you helped somebody before you bought that car, it's okay to buy that car, because what is important is you should not feel attached to it. You should not feel attached to a digital emotion because we're living in a perspective of what other people would think about us, right? I had a beautiful guy text me on Instagram, and he's like, "Oh, you're flashing in Dubai, but when you get home, you don't have that luxury stuff." No, I don't live in Dubai, man. It's quite obvious, you know. It's kind of obvious that you don't have that. You know, it's different to have a Lambo when you're living in the basically in a small city in Sweden. It's quite different to drive a Lambo just 20 kilometers to get to a car. It's, you know, it's different. It's just stupid to have a Lambo then. It's just uneconomic. So, anyways, my point about this is, what we don't understand is we're looking at other people and we're looking at what they have, not how they feel, because we can't touch a feeling. We can't basically put our finger on their emotions. You don't know what all these influencers are feeling when they're at home. You don't know if they have problems sleeping. You don't know how their stomach feeling when they're going to bathroom. So what you have to understand is, if you're feeling good, what is it to stress about? And if you're not feeling good, feeling stress, will it help that sensation or not? Stress is just something that we make up. Anxiety is something that comes up by the stress that we get because we're feeling incomplete. And incomplete can be something, you know, everything around us. It's quite fucked up, you know, anxiety. And I had also um you know, I also had a lot of anxiety because I was always I owed people a lot of money. I had a bad way of looking at world, and the only thing that I really pushed for was to become successful. And then I earned like 8K a month, and then I started to understand that I feel the same. I still feel shit, you know. I still sweat when I go to bed. I still dream. I'm still smoking weed every day. Like, this is 2 years ago. I'm talking in the past sense, right? But what happens then, you know? What is life really about? I could literally lose my whole income right now. I could lose my whole income right now and still feel the same way as I'm feeling right now. The same. Because I have people around me that I respect, and I'm enjoying every single moment. On the airplane today, I was looking out and I filmed the clouds, right? I filmed the clouds, and I was like, not only film the clouds because it's beautiful, but I was looking at that and I was like, wow, this universe has really created something that is freaking beautiful. Imagine clouds, you know. And I was like, what is happening, you know? It's not a crime, bro. So what was it beautiful about it was just the clouds and that sensation, the feeling of joy, the feeling of happiness. And I was walking in the airport in Dubai, and I was looking at every single store, and I just monetized the people and just observing the everything that was around me. And I was like, wow, I am very happy. And when you really understand that you are happy, that is something that you are from the start. You all are born rich. Do you understand that? You're already rich. You're rich in time. You're rich in creating memories, and you are that creator. Do you understand what I mean? You are the one who will create those memories. You are the one who will create your feeling. Why do all these rappers, these artists, right? They are great, creating so much success, and then they start to like overdose in cocaine, overdose, buying hookers, doing all this bad stuff, and then they are taking their own life or even getting shot, killed, or whatever. The fuck is the point? Buying a diamond jewelry, and then what? Do you think they feel better? Yes, they get a sensation of like, ha, you know? But then what? You will get you will get used to it. The people who live in Dubai, do they think, like when I saw the Lambo that my friend just bought, right? And he bought it next to me. He took out the cash in front of me and he bought it. And I was like, whoa, that is huge. You know, for me, it was crazy. I was filming the car and it was complete insane. I jumped in the car and he started to drive and I was like, whoa, you know, I was like a kid in the car, you know, I was super excited. But when we were driving slowly at a road in the middle of the city, I saw all the people who basically live in Dubai. They didn't even react to the car. And I was like, what? What's wrong with these people? I was sitting in the car waiting to get like filmed, you know, from the people walking on the crossroad, like they were gonna film us. No, they didn't. And I was like, I wanted to take down the window and just ask him, what the fuck is wrong with you? Take a Instagram story on me. Come on, man, you know, get it done. I wanted that, but they didn't do that because they were used to it. They were used to that car. They were used to Lambos, Rolls Royce, all these beautiful luxury villas, cars. They are used to it. You will also get used to the sensation of getting 5K, 10K a month, right? Men där brydde du dig om faktiskt. Of course. Of course, I was looking at these people and I wanted, you know, I was sitting in a luxury car. And if I were in their position on the side road, I would film the Lambo coming, you know? The Lambo coming. If I was walking on the road, and I did it several times in Dubai, you know, I saw a beautiful Rolls Royce and I took out my phone and I was filming it because it's a beautiful car. It's nothing that we're used to see in Sweden. You don't see that much of these beautiful cars in Sweden. So when I saw one in Dubai, of course, I filmed it, and I thought everybody did that, you know. But in Dubai, they used to it. It's the same for you, man. So everything that we chase is like that. Do you know when you taste a chip, when you're buying chips and you take one, or you're at your friend's house and your friends say, "Here, you want chips?" And you're like, because you know when you take one, you want to take two, you know, and then you want to take three chips, and then you take four chips or five chips, you know, and then you can just keep on eating and eating and eating. That's me, anyways. I don't know how other people are, but when I take one, I want to have two. That's the way. Like when you want to quit smoking cigarettes and feeling stressed about it, right? You're taking that hit and then you say like, okay, I'm gonna quit smoking now, and you've been without smoking for 1 week. Talking about cigarettes here. And in 1 week you're at a party and you tell yourself, ah, it's cool, you know, I can take that one cigarette, party smoking, and then you started to smoke again. And then the next day is like, ah, but I smoked yesterday, so I can smoke today, you know, I don't really care. And then you keep on smoking that day as well. And then you're hangover, and then you're smoking again, and then you're with some people, and you're kind of sad that day. So you let your emotion affect that, and you take another cigarette, and you're back at it again. And now you bought a package because you understood that you're already fucking back at it. Why? That temptation, that sensation is what I'm talking about. That is the emotional stress that comes from within. Do you understand? That's the stress I'm talking about. And it's the same like you want to pay your bills, you want to pay your rent. It's the same. You're not stressed the day after you just paid your bills. You're not stressed the day after you just got your paycheck. You should be as stressed as you are the last day of the month because you're earning the same amount of money every single month if you're working at a job, right? What is the difference between the day you get your money and the last day of the month? Literally, why should you feel better when you get the money and paying it out, and then the last day, and you're feeling stressed because you need to pay now in a few days? What's the difference? Really, can somebody explain to me what is the difference? You know what you get, right? Even if it's too small of an amount and you have too high of um payments, right? The things that you need to pay is maybe higher than the income you get. And if it is in that position, I've been in that position for years. Okay. I earned 1K a month, 1,000 euros, right? But my outcomes, not outcomes, what is it? My expenses, right? That's the word. My expenses was like 1,400. So I was minus 400 every single month. And I was like, okay. So now, let's say now I'm starting to feel bad. I will get a headache. I will start to sweat and I will feel bad and I will attract bad. Because when you start to act like that, do you have this friend or are you the person who always says like, yeah, maybe looking at somebody else and somebody else's Instagram and say, oh yeah, you have a nice life. and then you're sad. Or maybe you're looking at a friend who tells you, you want to come to the cinema next weekend? And you're like, no, I can't do that because I don't have money because my life is so fucking awesome. You have that friend? You have that friend that is so ironic, that is just keep on pushing all this negativity out to everybody else because their lifestyle is bad and they have chosen that lifestyle. And I can get how much hate you want. You can hate me how much you want because I can tell you the truth. I was in that position, so I'm speaking from my own reality. When you think that your situation of what you have right now is bad, then the future situations will be the same. Why? Because of this, the spiral of life, people. It's the same. The sensations that you feel, the energy that you're creating is just a recording, it's just a rehearsal of the past experience that you had. So now imagine and write this down. 95% of what we do is controlled by our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is a record of the past. Did you get it? 95% of everything you do on a daily basis is controlled by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is a record of the past. It's a recorded CD of your past experiences, your past emotions, your past behaviors, right? 95% of what you do. So just imagine now, my beautiful friends and people in this call. We're 140 here, so and plus those 30, so we're 160 people listening to these words. Tomorrow, these 160 people that are listening to me right now will wake up, and 95% of what you do is what you did the last day and felt the last couple of weeks or month. Maybe the actions that you take is differently. The locations that you are is differently. The school that you go to, the areas that you drive through could be different. Yes, they could. But your universal law will be a recreation of what it was before. Now, if we want to change that, you have to spot your negative behaviors with your 5% of your mind, which is the conscious brain. And I want to give every single one of you one tip. And if you follow this now, try it out. Try it out for 1 week, everybody. I want you to flip your life upside down from the right side to the left side. What I want you to do is change everything. So, easy steps. If your bed is right now on the right side of the room, I want you to change it to the left side. Sleep with your head against north. Okay, sleep with your head against north. Move everything that you have in your room. So if you have your place where your computer is, move it to just change everything change everything up in your room, in your living experiences. Brush your teeth with your left hand if you're right-handed. I want you to change it up. Change how your phone looks. Change your background in your phone. Change your change your background on your phone, change your apps, how everything is located, change it up. Change the way of your Instagram, the things that you put time into, change it up. Because when you are doing a change, you are creating new cognitive patterns in your brain. When we are doing something, for an example, you have a special place where you put your key when you get home. Like you normally, I always put it here. I know when it's there. And when it is like 5 centimeters on the right side and you can't see it, you don't find it, right? Because your mind has now created a cognitive pattern of you opening the door, putting your keys in the exact same place, putting your jacket over there. And if something changes in that circle of your morning routines, of your after work routines, if something changes there, you're feeling like, huh, what just happened? You know? A dog knows where they want to sleep because it's a cognitive pattern, the same for them. It's the same for us. You wake up of the same side of the bed. You're almost having the same routines. You're putting the toothbrush on the same place. It almost looked the same at your computer, at your work. You're driving the same places. Try another route, even if it takes you 15 minutes extra to the job. Just take another route. See new things. Because when you're starting to see new things, you will feel differently. When you feel differently, you will act differently. Do you guys understand what I mean? So now just change it up everything. And you should be eager to do this. You should be eager to try this out, to change what you're doing in a daily basis. Try new music. Try another kind of music, right? Try another kind of way of putting the clothes on yourself, right? Try another, what is the name? Clothing style. Because now, listen up, guys. This is an important role. While you're doing this kind of changes, I want you to pay attention to the life changes and your feeling, because you will feel differently. You will first feel that, you will first feel that you are different and something has changed. And that is the first part of gratitude. That's the part where we just sit down and just, ah, I see now. Now I see. Because your emotion, how come you're so stressed at home, but when you apparently just go to Dubai for a week, you have no stress no more? You don't care about school. You don't care about all that. And you're telling yourself, I take that when I get home. What the fuck? So now you can remove your emotions and leave them at home, but you can feel good on a vacation because you're getting all this kind of sensations from the nature, the smell, all of this kind of stuff. It's affecting us. It's affecting us on an everyday basis. Now change the music and you will change your feeling. Just try to take a fucking walk outside and put like, can you hear it? You can hear it, right? Yeah. No matter how freaking negative you are, in just a matter of minutes, you will starting to look and you will recognize the birds, you will feel, you will think, you will breathe differently. Why? Because the music is basically a frequency and it's caused an emotion. Do you have a song you used to listen to when you're feeling sad? Do you guys have that? I have songs that I listen to when I'm sad, and you want to increase your sadness even more. And you have a some kind of music, when you're starting to listening to, so when you're feeling mad or angry or a little bit gangster, maybe when you're walking to school or in the city, you're putting on maybe some Pop Smoke or some gangster rap, and then suddenly when you put on Pop Smoke, you're starting to walk a little bit more gangsterish. You're starting to look a little bit more gangsterish because when you're listening to Pop Smoke, brother, that's when the real gangster hits, right? What the fuck? It's just crazy. How come a music can now get you to try another clothing style? Apparently now today I'm a little bit gangster. So we put up pop smoke, right? Then I take my sweatpants, I take them down a little bit, and now apparently, yo, now I'm a gangster, because it's pop smoke. But then when I'm with my girlfriend, then we're putting up some love songs, and you want to have your shirt on, maybe a tight t-shirt. What the fuck? How come music can change us so much? If music can change us so much, if music can change us so much, why aren't we using that fucking tool to feel good? Hmm? Can somebody explain? I can. It's just use it in a good way instead. Create look at your Spotify. Look at what your Spotify, right? And you see the music that you're mainly listening to, and you have those kind of favorite things Spotify showing you, like this is your library, this is your favorite music. Press it and then reflect over, how would I feel if I listened to this? If Einar in Sweden start to pop up, bro, you're depressed. Okay. If Einar and Pop Smoke is the only thing, you missed the whole freaking point. Because then you'll feel differently. And I'm not telling you to remove it. I'm not telling you to remove it. I also listen to, I like Pop Smoke. I love him. I love the music, and I'm getting the vibe. But there is parts in life when you want to create. It's parts in life when you have to pay respect for yourself. Because let me ask you this, okay? And this is important. Let's say now you get all the money in the world. Take a second now. Let's say you get all the money in the world, but you can't walk. Is it worth it? Or would you rather have the lifestyle you have today? You choose. Guys, you choose, right? You choose. So now let's say, with just snap of the finger, you can get all the money in the complete world. You have infinite amount of money, but you can't walk. And now I'm not meaning for you to create, yeah, but I can buy new legs. Don't go there. What is most important? Is it the present that you have right now, or is it the money that can create your happiness? This is not the part, guys. We have to understand in some basic ways, the things that will keep you going forward is your blissfulness, is your mindfulness, is what you have right now. It's the present moment, because understand that yesterday it's past. It's not here no more. It's a memory. It's a recording in our subconscious mind. Yesterday was past, my people. Tomorrow is not yet to come. Tomorrow is not even here yet. And you're worried about tomorrow? I mean, it's great to make plans. It's great to make all of this kind of future visualizations and plans. I'm making them all the time. Like my whiteboard is complete with the plans that I want to create in a short time. I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm making plans where I want to go, right? But if I'm starting to feel anxious about it, if I'm starting to feel stressed about it, I'm letting the future affect my present moment. And if that happens, your future will look differently, because your present moment is the thing that creates your future experiences. Write this down, guys. Your present moment is the thing that create your future experiences. That's the thing. You have to understand that. So if we're not feeling good right now, so I'm going to say it again. Your present moment is what will create your future experience. Your present moment is what will create your future experience. So if I'm going to bed with a bad mindset, my sleep will not be that good. But if I'm clearing my mind before I'm going to bed, I will get a better sleep. And then we're starting to go into the positive spiral of life, the positive circle, right? Because if you're going to bed with a good mindset in the moment, feeling good, feeling gratitude, you will sleep with that. You will wake up in a different way. When you wake up in a different way, how do you think your day will start to look like? More happy, right? I can tell you, my basically whole feeling, my whole environment, my whole life, if I can say that, changed. My whole focus changed when I started looking into different gurus, when I'm started to looking into different lifestyle. And I don't want to become a guru, nothing like that. What I want to do in life is to unleash 100% of my full potential, feel the best way that I can in my present moment. If I can reach even a further way of bliss, when you can feel, when you can feel joy and happiness just by being next to me without words, then I've succeeded. Then I'm successful. Until then, I can earn 50K, 100K, 250K a month, no problem. That won't affect that. The only thing you will feel is maybe gratitude when I pay the dinner, you know, but you won't be happier because I earned that kind of much of money, right? So when you can start to impact other people by the way that you feel, you have created something that is rebellic. You have created something that is in need of this new era. That is true. So now look at the business that you have. Look at the family that you have. Look at trading, what we are doing. Look at trading. Look at all of this kind of stuff. It's so fucking beautiful. Excuse my French, but that is what it is. It's beautiful. It's a blessing. Is it easy? Hell no, it's hard. Is it stressful? Yes, sir. It is. Can we control it? Amen, we can. If we're rich with it, can you get rich? Yes, you can. Does it take time? Of course it does. Will you get happier when you're rich? No, you're not. You can feel as much joy and bliss right now as when you are a chairman or when you are a professional trader and you can pay your bills with your trading profits, right? So now you have one decision. The sensations that you have is a complete, sorry, we're stopping. The results that you have around you is a complete reflection of how you feel. Did you get it? I take it one more time, right? The results that you have around you is a complete reflection of your present feelings. So every result around you, everything that happens to you, people say this, oh, it's always happening to me. Do you have this friend? This always say like, oh, I'm so attracted to bad guys, or I'm always getting these bad girls, or I'm always getting cheat on, or I'm always getting it's always me. Shut the fuck up. You are the one who create those thoughts. You are the one who creates that spiral of life, that negative circle, that spiral that just keeps on creating your reality because your present moment, you're speaking it into existence. You're speaking it into existence, right? Because you're feeling like it. I'm never winning at a lottery. That's your sensation. So you will speak it into existence, and you don't even need to. You don't even need to believe in the universe, on law of attraction, law of vibration. You don't even need to believe on it. The only thing you need to understand is to fucking try it. Don't be closed minded, because this world is too closed minded. So if you can open up your mind 2%, you'll see things that other people are not yet to see, because you don't know yet. So what is driving me forward is curi- curiosity. Do you say it like that? Curiosity. I think it's right. Curiosity. Yeah. So it's the curiosity that drives me forward to looking into things that, you know, how can I feel better? When this things caused in me. So I had a talk with my girlfriend, and I was jealous. So she explained to me, she explained to me that, Kimi, jealousy is just an emotion that comes up because trust is always there if love is real, love is there, right? So now jealousy is something that we make up because we think that trust is not there because you don't have control over the situation. So now when you're losing control, you're starting to make these fake histories or illusions up in your mind about jealousy or other things. It's the same with stress. To come back to stress, Just because you're not in control over the situation, you're not you are feeling the sensation of stress. Now you're letting your stress take control over your way of feeling, and that feeling will create a reaction around you. It's the same like action brings reaction. So when you are taking action upon an uncontrollable situation, you're feeling stressed. That stress will lead to anxiety. The first thing I want you to do is just accept the stress. Accept that it's there. Don't react upon it. Just pay attention to it. You don't need to react on everything. Just pay attention that the stress is there. When you paid attention to it, just ask yourself, do I really need to have this stress right now? Will it help me in any way? Yes or no? If the answer is no, just breathe and say, let it go. I let it go. I let it go. Because when you keep letting things go, and you can speak to yourself, you have to understand this, guys. You can speak to yourself, and speaking to yourself is very important. The same in trading, not over leveraging. I'm not going to over leverage. I am disciplined. I am disciplined. I am disciplined. Repeat that mantra in your head. And instead of saying, I am not going to over leverage, because your mind can't choose and can't see the not and the over leverage. So instead of using the word over leverage, use the word discipline. Discipline. Discipline, because then it's a cognitive pattern to the word discipline instead of the word over leverage, because over leverage is connected to the negative side of the brain, right? Over leverage is not nothing we want to do. Instead of saying to yourself, I'm not jealous, I'm not jealous, I'm not jealous, say instead, I have trust, I have trust, I have faith, I have trust, I have trust. That's what you want to repeat. I'm not stressed. I'm not, instead of saying I'm not stressed, say instead, I am calm and I have control. I am calm and I have control. I am calm and I have control. I let go of the stress. Let go. Because when you start to speak to yourself, you will feel and see that different things in your life starts to happen, because now you are the creator by those 5% of the conscious mind. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love that. So those 5%. Do you understand when I say that? 95% of what we do is controlled by the subconscious mind. Just bear with me. 5% of what you do is controlled by your conscious brain. Like writing, that is the conscious part of the brain. Feelings, sensations, memories, all that subconscious mind. If you can start to speak to your subconscious mind with your conscious brain by discipline, holy fuck, you will change your everyday basis. Do you understand what I mean? Just please, guys, try it out. Try it out for a couple of days, okay? And you will see different. Change your room, change your environment, change the music around you, and pay attention to all the beautiful things, and start to feel gratitude. And you will see your results will change. Your success will come. Your joy will come. The partner in your life will come by you understanding that. Okay? The feeling is the things that create. So, guys, 1 hour is almost up. You have other things to do. We have a presentation later on now at 9. So, thank you for your time, guys. I hope you got value from the calls. I will do more of them. I will also start to post a lot on my YouTube short clips. So, please go in on my YouTube and follow Kimi Pilo. Yes, my name, first name and last name. Go in there, follow, and just pay attention. Okay. Take care, guys. Peace out. Much love. Take care and ciao, ciao.